Hey guys, welcome to this about channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Put the post notification for you to be notified. Like the video and comment if you'd like. Let's get into pop and urban entertainment as we usually do. So Forbes have the latest article about Nicki Minaj, claiming that Nicki just saved a pop band from one hit wonder status and brought them back to the charts. And I'm like, which pop band is that? Only to find out it's Aquia for the Barbie World song. And I'm like, they're shady, they're messy, and I like it, but you don't be that open, even though it will go back to, top 10. So I feel like that's why they're praising Nicki Minaj for the impact. Anyway, we all know that Barbie World is in the Cinemax theaters. If you can check it, go and check it. As for Latto, she was heading over there with the Barbie World race and kind of took some pic, and people are now trying to bring up something. She definitely pulled up her Barbie chain. She definitely rapped to Barbie World word for word, verse for verse from Nicki Minaj especially. So it's a Barbie movie, every girl's dream so far. And yeah, people are trying to remember their childhood, inner childhood dream, personality and everything. If that's not a wrong thing, Latto definitely. Nicki Minaj is her idol, whether she admits it or not. After the fallout that she claims it was a fallout. Anyway, Billboard has an article, fan base versus another fan base, and the Barbs are sick and tired. This is just happened immediately after they published and claim Nicki and Cardi have future impact. Now, yes, this is an article of fan bases versus fan base, but they're feeling like this is a setup, a second setup. Wasn't there any other, fan base that they can go against? People are voting, so they're feeling like this is a setup, and Billboard knows what they're doing. Nicki Minaj fan base could have gone with any other fan base apart from Cardi B, and I agree with them. They are really attaching Cardi B's name to Nicki way too much for clout at this point. Chat data seems to have been on hits hiatus or some technical issue over there. For some very few hours, they were not updating anything. And, Barbie World went to number 1 on US Spotify. Even after them coming back, they still did not say anything about that on Nicki Minaj. But they only said about the new monthly listeners, new peak. Some were saying allegedly the one behind died. I feel like even if he or she died, there are more than one person who knows that job. They definitely saw the number 1 for 2 days on US Spotify and decided we are not publishing this. We are going on a technical issue. They didn't even explain anything. Anyway, moving on to DJ Envy, who had blackballed Nicki Minaj back in 2028. We all know 2028 was a rough year for Nicki Minaj. He is being accused of multiple lawsuits of alleged fraud and other stuff. We all know that God does not like ugly at all. Allegedly, he calls out a lot of, radio DJs to blackball Nicki Minaj. It was a very rough year. They were back and forth on Twitter rant back in 2018. Anyway, moving on to Rihanna. Her appearance in Louis Vuitton generated more money than any other attendee or celebrity, chipping in 8.5 million euros, Beyonce with 8.3 million euros, Zendaya 6.5 million euros, Pharrell and Jay-Z, who performed together, with 7.8 million euros. Now, congratulations to Rihanna for her impact. It is really undeniable. I feel like this generation of the money, revenue, whatever you want to call it, maybe it's the sponsors, maybe there was a lot of auctioning. I'm just trying to find out how this money is being generated, so that Rihanna has more of it. Anyway, to Caesar, she features in Travis Scott's album with Future. The song is not that bad on Caesar's part and verse. My only thing is with Future. I feel like Caesar needs to stay away from Future, but I'm sure she will not stay away from that man at all. I'm sure Future approached Travis and said, which song do you have with Caesar? I want to be on it. I can put a verse on it, something like that. and Travis with these men, they're cool, so definitely allowed it. Beyonce was on Utopia too. Last minute hints that was given and turned out to be true. The song is okay, but let's talk about how Travis Scott album does not even show features first at all. That's such an iconic way to promote an album, so that you can keep on finding out which song your fave is in it. We all know Beyonce doesn't know how to promote other people's stuff, and I don't believe that was charity work. And even if it was, she deserves to do charity work at this point. She barely works with anyone. Since 2013, after dropping the self-entitled album, she slowed down, way down, and only did remixes with Ed Sheeran, Megan Thee Stallion, and they went to #1, and other people. But being in your album is kind of very rare for Beyonce. Anyway, the Utopia Ecoville, we all know it was trademarked by Beyonce, allegedly, for product merchandise, but not yet specified. So her fans kind of speculate, like, what is the trademark all about? I'm sure it's not just the song. I'm sure there's something that Beyonce is coming, because Beyonce will be dropping hints on this whole Renaissance tour, and we will catch up when these songs and other products coming on the way. Then we'll now look back to it. Anyway, she is in the song, which it is allowed. She is Beyonce. You do not uncredit Beyonce. Again, Renaissance has officially turned 1 year old. It dropped 29th July last year, 2022, and no visuals yet. I am not expecting any visual, but people are expecting a second act that was teased. There are 3 acts, and rumor has it may drop in 2024. Now, there's a whole explanation to this. A journalist did reserve 6 tickets to the Renaissance tour in the press quarter before general sales even opened. She was scared, but she received the tickets via app days before it happened. A couple of friends have already booked 2 tickets with him, and the info is this: be in London in May 2024. They've paid 230 euros golden circle. Now, no visuals for Act 1, but maybe there'll be visions for Act 2. Anyway, to have further, Richard Lawson, anyone who has screen recorded or screenshot those adult movie likes that he had before blocking the whole Twitter, can you please send it to me? Anyway, to DojaCat, Paint the Town Red is coming, so let us take a listen to the snippet.
Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I paint the town red. Bitch, I said what I said.
Now they're claiming NickiMinaj could be in the song. A lot of stan base, Twitter, whatever. I hope Doja does her whole album all by herself, no shade. Moving on to Ice Spice thanking her fans. Thank you to my fans. A lot of people feel like it's shade, especially with the TikTok trend of Mulatto saying thank you to my man, thank you to my man. Originally it was said by Mulatto in BET Awards, so they feel like it's shade. There's no shade, and if it's shade, don't you think she's doing too much right now? That's not shade. Moving on to 21Savage, Mulatto's man. This is the man that she was thanking at the BET Awards. The man that she has, her real name tattoo in her ear, that she wanted to pay Jesole allegedly to take down the post. Jesole himself said so. Now, 21Savage is a married man, but Mulatto is the side chick. Who he is paying all her bills, and he could be the alleged ghostwriter of Mulatto at this point. I will not be shocked. Now, to the song, a lot of people feel like 21Savage is doing a lot of features at this point. Now, I am going to compare these two. Obviously, they are doing a lot of features because it's working for them. It's more favorable to them than their solo careers. Any song that Mulatto puts out, it at least charts even for 1 week. But for a solo song or a single, it's not charting. So I feel like 21Savage is afraid to put in a solo music out, solo single, because it might not chart, but with a feature, it will definitely chart. Anyway, tell me what you think about today's topics if you don't mind. That was our last topic. Stay safe. Love you all. Have a lovely day. Bye.